Welcome back to Rust Belt Sports. Been a little while.
It's been a little cold on our end, but not a lot of news. But
It's
luckily,
nothing against you. It's us.
it is us. We've been
I
going
know.
through a lot at home.
You've
And
heard that a lot probably in your life. But
Yeah.
let me tell you, it is us.
It is us this time.
But we're a little late to the party. Justin Jefferson got his
Yeah.
contract, his money, his bag.
Yeah.
We all saw it coming. Kirko Chains leaves. They got to keep something there. The
Yep.
fans to keep coming
Yep.
for.
No Daniil, no Kirko. Who else do you really pay besides TJ
So
Hawkinson?
you got Justin Jefferson, and there's a debate between me and him here.
Yes, there is. We didn't come to an agreement on one sort of subject here, but real quick, let's hear that contract.
4-year, $140 million,
Yep.
$110 guaranteed.
110 guaranteed.
Largest contract for outside of a QB in league
that's a
history.
lot. That's
It's
rough.
a big contract.
That's
Resets
rough.
the wide receiver market, making Amari Cooper and Jerry Jeudy look cheap for the Browns.
Yeah, you know what? Not even in the top 10.
Well, Amari wants his money now.
Amari
so,
wants his bag now, and we can't pay you, bud.
Hey, we're trying to offer. I've heard today we're offering him a 1-year deal.
Veteran minimum.
So
Good for us.
We paid Jameis, okay? We had to pay a backup.
We had to
QB.
pay somebody. We all know.
Deshaun's going to be hurt by the 5th game.
Deshaun's bones are made of eggshells, so we got to be careful with them.
Yeah, we really got to be careful. He's not getting the massages anymore, and
No, he's all
unfortunately,
tense.
It's a
His muscles are binding the joints. It's just bad
When did
look.
the Browns bring in a personal masseuse?
They have under the table for 2 years now.
But it's not working. We need a new
It's
one.
not working
Maybe we
because
need
they're
two.
from. Yeah, it's an under the table.
Maybe
masseuse.
he doesn't like just one. He wants two.
How about 3?
You know what?
three?
Give us a championship
3?
and we'll talk.
Yeah.
So the debate here. You are a Jamar Chase fan.
Yes, you got to realize with the talent out there, reset of the market, Jamar Chase is probably going to get a bigger contract, like for sure.
I'm not dogging Jamar at all. Jamar is a great wide receiver and arguably deserves a big old bag. But the argument point for me is he thinks Jamar should get a bigger bag than Justin Jefferson.
He should get a bigger bag than Justin Jefferson. I think he
don't-
deserves
I don't
it.
know.
I think if you look
Really?
at his stats last year without even having Joe Burrow, he's still a beast. Let me ask you a question. Does he deserve more money than Amon-Ra St. Brown?
Ooh. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, until Justin Jefferson, I'm pretty
I'm fine
sure
with that. Yeah,
that
but
Amon-Ra
I
had the
think
biggest
just below
one.
Justin Jefferson
I don't think
would
he
be a good
deserves
line.
below Justin Jefferson.
Can I give you some stats?
Give me some stats.
All right. We'll start off with your guy. All right.
Yes.
We upgraded. We have a little stat tablet.
Yeah, we have
now.
a stat tablet.
All right. So
Rico.
Jamar Chase, 45 games.
Yep.
268 receptions.
Yep.
3,700 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
Averaging 13.9. 29 touchdowns. He does have some extra rushing attempts in there. So, he's got that going for him. 3 Pro Bowls in his career, 1 All-Pro.
How many years has he been in the NFL?
He's 24. So
Okay.
he is 1 year below Justin Jefferson.
Okay,
if
so
I'm
he's been in
correct
the
on
league
this.
3 years, and he's a 3-time Pro Bowler. All right.
Now, Justin Jefferson.
Gotcha.
60 games, 15 more, 1 more season, right? And he has some injuries in there. He has 392 receptions for 5,899 yards, 15 yards per reception on average, 30 touchdowns, and he has some extra rushing yards in there. 3 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pros, and Offensive Player of the Year award.
Well, I mean, first off, when you read in those stats, he does have an extra season under his belt. So let's see the comparison without the extra season.
So
if
I
it was
did the
more
math.
comfortable. All right.
Jamar averages roughly 82.6 yards per game.
Okay. If he had the extra games.
Jamar, yes.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't, even if he had, I'm just saying this is his average for what he played.
Yeah.
82.6. Justin is at 97.
Okay.
So he's averaging almost 15 yards more per game.
What about the tutties?
Now, Jamar is averaging more tutties. He has 29 receiving touchdowns for 45 games, averaging 0.64 per game.
Okay.
Whereas Justin is at 29 for 60 games, which is 0.48. So Jamar does have more touchdowns.
Yeah, so you can have as many receptions as you want, but if you're not getting tutties.
I will say he has more touchdowns.
Yeah.
But personally speaking, I think Justin Jefferson's still more deserving. He was on pace to break the record this year. Unfortunately, he did get injured. We will admit that.
And I was about to say,
But he was
did get an
on
injury.
pace
Okay.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have been on pace for
astronomical
greatness and haven't
numbers.
even touched it.
And the other fact of the matter is here, when we look at the teams, right?
Okay.
And I'm not dogging the Vikings here.
Gotcha.
You have Justin Jefferson, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, who was their wide receiver two before that? Before this year?
Before this year, before they drafted Jordan Addison,
Yeah.
it was Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
Adam Thielen has been one of the best wide receiver twos in league history.
I think he's good, but I don't think he's as good as Jamar Chase and like Tyler Boyd.
Well,
and,
Adam Thielen.
and T. Higgins. I mean, you have 3 wide receivers stretching the field for Cincinnati.
Okay, but you also have 2 years of where Joe Burrow got hurt.
Oh,
and
don't
he
get me
didn't
wrong.
have Joe
I'm not
Burrow
arguing
tossing
that.
to you. So you have
Well,
just as
hold on. If
comparable
we're going
stretch.
that route, then Justin Jefferson, when he returned from injury, didn't have Kirk O'Chains. I mean, we're talking about backup QBs.
Yeah, but he
literally
went through
didn't have
2
a QB.
seasons of it.
I'm just saying. If we're
I'm-
going
well,
that
if,
route.
If we're going that route, that's like, what, 4 games compared to about
it was
like
more than 4.
6 games?
And he still put up astronomical numbers.
So did Jamar Chase,
I'm
but
not arguing.
Joe Burrow.
Jamar Chase did do good without Joe Burrow, but at the time, I think Jamar Chase also had more help because he also had a third wide receiver that was just as good as arguably some second wide receivers.
He was on. He
had
was
a-
neck and neck with Justin Jefferson this entire time, and Joe Burrow had more options of better wide receivers, and he was still able to produce with 2 other great options.
Well, yeah, because of the fact that he got open more. Because of the fact that they're stretching the field because they have 3 wide receivers instead of 2.
Still,
To me, Justin Jefferson. I mean, I'm not
because you're forgetting T.J. Hawkinson, let alone with Adam
T.J.
Thielen
Hawkinson
and
is
Jordan
good.
Addison. I mean, it's that trio can compare to Tyler Boyd and.
I'm
T.
not
Higgins.
arguing with the fact that Jamar Chase is an elite talent. Arguably, to me, he deserves to be the second highest paid wide receiver.
He deserves
in
to
the
be
league.
first.
I don't think he does.
He can produce with not an elite QB, and he hasn't gotten injured.
Well, I think Justin Jefferson proved he can also put up insane numbers without an elite QB.
For 6 games.
I mean, all right, so if we're talking with that, when Joe Burrow is healthy, is Joe Burrow better than Kirk O'Chains?
Yes.
Okay, so he had a better QB then.
Yes.
Okay, so Justin Jefferson's putting up better numbers with a less fortunate QB. You walked yourself into that one.
They're both. Top,
I'm not. They
they're
are both
top
good,
10,
but I'm just saying
like,
you just
that's-
agreed to that
that's 'cause
statement.
it's like,
But did you just not agree to that statement that
Yes.
Joe Burrow, when healthy,
Yes.
is a better QB?
in a list of top 10, Joe Burrow is ahead of Kirk Cousins in the top 10 QBs.
So
in
if
the
you're
league.
going off that, if you're going off the QB debate, then technically.
But he's still a top 10 QB.
Well, yes, I know.
It's
but
not.
he's-
It's
but Joe
not.
Burrow
It's
is
not the
still
difference
better.
between like Josh Allen and Gardner Minshew.
Justin Jefferson to me just is able to create more separation and also have way bigger games than Jamar Chase.
I don't think that's true at all.
You don't think that's true?
I
You
don't
don't
think
think
that's
Justin
true.
Jefferson is by far the number 1 wide receiver in the league?
I think this next year it's going to be Jamar Chase, and he deserves to get paid for it.
If he puts up bigger numbers, this would be the same year as Justin Jefferson,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Justin Jefferson got paid in this year.
Yep.
So Jamar Chase having one more season would be the proving point. If
Yes.
he puts up bigger numbers, and the key part is now we're going to see Justin Jefferson with no QB.
I don't know. That Sam Darnold. Come on, I had to say that.
Now that's just unfortunate for
That is-
Justin Jefferson.
That is
The
unfortunate.
great part is he got paid, so who cares, right?
Who
You know,
cares?
he's got his money, but the thing is, we can revisit this topic point and we say, all right, Justin Jefferson really was a Kirk O'Chains product,
Yep.
and Jamar Chase does have the better true talent. But I think Jamar Chase is not going to prove that.
I think you're going to be very
I don't
shocked.
think Jamar Chase isn't to me someone that can put up the record for the NFL record for wide receiving
Really?
yards.
Oh my God! Really? You don't think Jamar Chase can beat Calvin Johnson?
No,
No? Or that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
I don't think he can. I mean,
That's a crazy statement. That's the craziest statement of the night.
I'm
right
just
there.
being
You
honest.
don't think he's an elite wide receiver?
No, he's an elite wide receiver. But
You
I
think
don't
you think you can name the top 5 wide receivers in the league, and Justin and Jamar Chase?
I'm
isn't
not
in there?
arguing that. I do think he is, but I think, and I don't think Justin Jefferson's going to break that receiving record either. Justin Jefferson had that record chance when he had the QB behind him. I think Jamar Chase is a great talent. Do I see him putting up 1,600 yards, 1,700 yards? Yes. Easily. No problem. I don't see him breaking the record, though.
We'll have to see.
That's my point.
We'll have to see. I disagree, but only time will tell.
Now the thing is, with how the market's going and how we've seen the NFL with the salaries and everything, if Jamar goes another year and the salary cap increases, do I think he's going to get paid more? Probably. But at the same time, is Cincinnati willing to pay that for him? Because of the fact is, they also have everyone else to pay. Minnesota doesn't have to pay anyone else
at this point.
Well, they have a giant contract in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's already paid.
You got T. Higgins, who I think he still needs a contract, right?
No, this is his last year with them.
But that's what are they going to do?
They're going to let him
not have a second wide receiver?
Yeah, they'll definitely get
Tyler Boyd's gone.
They'll definitely get somebody.
So the other question is, can Jamar Chase do it without Tyler Boyd gone?
Yeah,
because now you only have one other wide receiver stretching the field compared to
easily.
So
he can have an Ocho Cinco season. That's fine.
I'm just my argument is, obviously with the way the market's going, we could see him get paid more. It's a very likely scenario, especially if he has a big season. But is Cincy willing to pay that? In order to keep him around, or are they going to say, well, we can't afford it, so we're going to franchise tag you?
No, not at all. That's not at all how that's going to go.
I'm just throwing out scenarios here. I'm not throwing out relatives of what's going to happen. I'm just throwing out different scenarios. When you're a team and you're in the cap space and you got to keep a playoff contention team intact, sometimes choices have to be made.
Jamar Chase is not that choice.
I wouldn't choose to get rid of Jamar Chase. No. By no means. You have to keep him.
No, you just get rid of one of those big old lineman contracts because you just got Amarius Mims.
I mean, you got to do something.
Got to do something.
So that's where I'm at. To me, Justin Jefferson deserves every penny he got. I think he is the true number one wide receiver in the NFL. I'm not dogging Jamar. I think Jamar could be arguably, to me, he's the number two.
Okay.
Amon-Ra is great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I don't know if Amon-Ra is number two, though.
No.
I mean, to me personally, I think Jamar is better than Amon-Ra, and maybe that's a hot topic.
I don't think that's a hot topic.
I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure someone out there is going to argue that.
Oh yeah, someone in the comments is going to go absolutely
but
crazy.
Then what about CeeDee Lamb? Where does he place in that list? Because he's also been going high.
Oh man, when you
go Nico Collins.
No, he's not.
Nico Collins not number. Yeah,
no, not.
I don't
not
even think he's
yet.
number 5.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he's not top 5.
He's not top 5.
But CeeDee Lamb is there. I mean, you could argue CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, you could argue for honestly either way.
I mean CeeDee Lamb's a great player.
If you're going just off touchdown, CeeDee Lamb.
Well, CeeDee Lamb's a touchdown machine. Justin Jefferson, I will admit, Justin Jefferson's not a touchdown machine.
Jamar Chase is.
But when you got T.J. Hawkinson, I mean, it's hard to just look at Justin Jefferson every time.
No, it's not.
What do you mean? No, it's not.
Well, I mean, if you got Tyler,
it's like Amari Cooper in the Browns, right? Amari Cooper's a great wide receiver, but the David Njoku's right there.
Yeah, but if you got T. Higgins, then why would you look at Jamar Chase?
Well, we're talking tight ends, though. We're not talking.
Oh, just tight ends. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I mean, if they can spread the field,
who do they have a tight end to throw to? Well, who's their tight end? Sam Hurst, I think.
No, he's on the Panthers.
So who's their tight end now?
I couldn't tell you.
Sample the tight end there?
I couldn't tell you, bro.
That's my point.
I know it used to be
If you had a
Moss,
reliable,
Moss
like a
retired.
Mark Andrews behind there, Mark Andrews, if you put T.J. Hawkinson on the Bengals, is Jamar still scoring as many touchdowns?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he loses a few.
No.
Because you got a reliable tight end threat right there.
Well, of course you do. But, I mean, Jamar Chase is a touchdown machine.
He's a good guy for touchdowns.
He's a great guy for touchdowns. You can't argue with it.
No. I'm just throwing out scenarios.
Why throw flat and hope he gets 5 to 7 yards when Jamar's already there?
I will say the crazy point is he scores that many touchdowns even with having Joe Mixon, who arguably was a
Sir Mix-a-Lot, yeah.
way better running back than what the Vikings have had. The Vikings never had a running game, but yet
they had one with Dalvin Cook.
Yeah.
That was the best run maybe you can think
Cook,
of since Adrian Peterson.
I mean, last season was just a complete garbage season for the running game.
Yeah.
But to me, to finish my argument, I just think Justin Jefferson is slightly better than Jamar. Do I think Jamar will be paid more? Most likely.
Yes, 100%.
Because that's how the market goes. Every year we seem to see this reset of the market. We can talk about QBs and get into this argument point again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because we all know what Trevor Lawrence just got paid, which is
that's
absolutely
a hot
ridiculous.
topic we got to bring up later, but that's a button.
So that's my argument point.
You know what? Again, do I think he deserves to be paid more? Yes. Do I think he's going to have a better season this year? Undoubtedly.
I can't wait to see.
Undoubtedly.
I would like to see them both be right at the top.
Absolutely.
Maybe someone comes and surprises. CeeDee Lamb could have a better season than both of them because CeeDee Lamb always produce.
Honestly could. Puka
Puka
could have a great one. Great. Tyreek could have a great one. Cooper Kupp could even have a great one.
We haven't even gotten into the Tyreek debate.
No, we haven't. Yeah. And Amon-Ra could do what Amon-Ra does again.
I'm still going to take Justin Jefferson
who knows,
over
Garrett
Tyreek,
Wilson. Though. Garrett Wilson, if Aaron Rodgers is healthy. You never know.
If Aaron Rodgers is healthy.
Keon Coleman.
He's got to show up to actually the OTAs and practice at some point, though. But I think he's in his own little mushroom kingdom right now.
He is. He's doing his own thing.
So, well, hey, that's our argument point.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think is the real option here.
Let us know what contracts are coming up that you think are going to be more than Justin Jefferson. CeeDee Lamb's contract's coming up. We didn't even talk about that. He could get paid more. Along with Jamar.
Do they have the money, though?
No, they don't, but that's why they just got rid of so many big players.
But Jerry World will do anything to keep certain players there.
Exactly.
Unless it's Dak Prescott. He's most likely gone.
Yeah, and if your name's Mika or your name's CeeDee, you're safe. But a lot of big contracts coming up. Complete reset of the market. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with us? Do you hate what we think? Do you just not like the way we talk? Let us know.
Well, they probably don't like the way we talk.
I don't really care.
Yeah, let's be honest. We're sitting on a couch talking about sports.
Like true dogs. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great night, and you stay classy, Rust Heads.